Hey YouTube, today we've received an exciting delivery, so let's jump over to the studio and open this package up. Hey guys, and welcome to Brick Talk TV. Terry here, and in today's episode we've received this mysterious Lego package. But before we open it, let's retrace our steps. So at the start of December this year, I noticed a few adverts and various retweets or sharing on social media for a Lego periodic table picture. And having looked at it, and with a 20% discount, I was intrigued enough to actually purchase one. So today it's arrived. So let's take a look at what the websites say that this picture should look like. So if you go to the website, which is wlwyb-shop.com, and I'll put a link in the description below, you'll be presented with the actual periodic table that they're trying to sell here. And as you can see, it looks like quite a large picture, and it's got various different pieces that are actually stuck on top of it. And each one is depicting a different Lego colour piece. So as you can see, they've got quite a few pieces on there here, and this promises to actually be quite a nice piece. So it's going to be interesting when we open it up to see whether it actually looks as it does here. And they've got a video on their website as well, and it walks through that each box, as you would expect on a periodic table, breaks down to say what colour the element is, and actually has an element, a real element actually stuck on it. So it's going to be interesting to see actually how big this piece comes out when we open the box, and actually the pieces that are provided, whether they're actually authentic Lego pieces that they're stuck on there, whether they have some cheaper copies. This actually, I did order this at the start of December. I think I actually paid about $31. The list price is $39.95, but they had 20% off and it was free shipping. And my actually item only dispatched yesterday, and it left Hungary yesterday afternoon and actually turned up at my house in London at 10 AM the next day. So once they did actually get round to packaging it up and shipping it, it actually turned around quite a while. There was just quite a bit of a lag between me placing the order and it actually then being dispatched. But once it was dispatched, and it was free to ship, remember, it actually turned up very quickly. So let's just have a quick look here. So what the features are of this model, it says that there's 70 different colours that are going to be displayed on this piece. There's 12 different shaped pieces, so they're using similar pieces. They're repeating several pieces, probably quite a few tile and plate pieces, one by one rounds by the look of it. They're going to be shown in different colours, but there's going to be 12 different varieties of pieces. And their goal was to meticulously choose the most diverse colours of one by one pieces, which will be your favourite decoration. Every box tells the name of the colour and the year of the manufacturer. So there's going to be quite a lot of detail on there. They say it's easy to hang, it's lightweight, it's colourful, it's fun. As you click through the different pictures here, you can see the types of elements that they've included on here. So you've got some sloped wedge cheese pieces, you've got some square tiles, you've got some round tiles, a couple of cones, one by one rounds, one by one bricks. There are some plates there as well, one by one. So there's quite a lot to look at, and you can see here it's got the manufacturer start year and end year, so it also tells you when they've stopped manufacturing it or if they're still continuing to manufacture it. We also seem to have the additional some glitter pieces here, so you can see that this one by one here has got the magenta or pink glitter look. It will be interesting to see if they've got all the colours. Probably not. They've picked 70 colours. I imagine that the official Lego palette may be larger than that, but I don't know that for a fact. You can see, we've got some swirls here, we've got some one by one clips, we've got some flower pieces here as well. And this is what it looks like when it's hung up. I'm curious as to the size. I'm presuming it won't come in a frame and it will just be the picture itself. And maybe the pieces will be either stuck on or you'll have to stick it on. So I think, as I mentioned, I'll stick the link to this website in the bottom as well. There's no commission here, by the way, so it's just me actually getting off my own back and purchasing this. And I thought I would do this review just for your own benefit. It does say the sizes here, but I didn't want to read them before because I was excited to see whether this would be a big one or it's very small. But it seems to be about 40 centimetres by 30 centimetres. So let's flip over now, and I think the best thing for us to do is actually to crack open the box, and we'll take a look at it in more detail. So here we go then. Let's open up this box. I didn't bring any pull here to open, it says. So box within another box. There we go. Let's carefully use the knife. Right, all nicely packed up. So here hopefully you can see the size. It's already nicely packed with some bubble wrap, and there she is. So it's on like a foam card kind of material by the look of it. So I think I've seen some of these in an old design studio I used to work at. Bit flimsy. It's got a little hook on the back here, so if you didn't want to put it in a proper frame, you could just put a little nail up or a little hook and you could quite easily stick that on there. But then let's take a look at the front here. So you can see it's quite a vibrant colour. It looks quite nice. You've got all the colours here, all written in English. You've got the name. You've got the. It looks like it's got the. Well, it says BL name, so I'm presuming that would be Bricklink name, and then it's got the Lego name. So you can see the names of the colours. Which I imagine as Bricklink is now purchased by Lego, that these name conventions may change over time. But let's just take an example and see what difference is. So it's saying here, for instance, that dark blue on Bricklink would be called Earth Blue on the Lego name. And then tan on the Bricklink name would be called Brick Yellow, which seems consistent there. So then you've also got all the pieces here. So we've got a black piece up here, which is depicted with a wedge. Although these pieces seem to be stuck on with glue, I think. I don't want to force it and pull it off. But they all seem to be level as well, which seems to be good. They do look like they're official Lego pieces. They've got the Lego logo, by the look of it, on the pieces. Some of you out there may get some OCD where the Lego logo is actually upside down or not flat level. It doesn't really bother me, but for instance, this piece here, the Lego logo is upside down on the piece, and then on this one here, deep purple, it's actually at a slant. But overall, I think that looks pretty good. What do you think? I think what I'll probably do is I'll probably get a frame for this and stick this without glass in the front, obviously, just a wooden frame to go around it, and then I'll stick it in the Lego room just as a bit of fun. I do quite like the size of it. I mean, it would have been great if it was larger with more pieces on, but I think actually for about $30, that's not too bad with the pieces. So I'm pretty pleased with that. So we've got, what colours have we got here? So we've got metallic gold. It actually says the years as well of the manufacturer. Yes, it's Bricklink ID. So the periodic table is broken down by the shortening of the name, so magnetic gold. You've then got the year of manufacture, so metallic gold was started manufacturing in 1997 and has still been manufactured to date. And then you've got the Bricklink ID of 65 and the Lego ID of 1004 for that piece, which is helpful. It's also quite helpful for a reference guide if you're looking for some pieces as well. As long as they're like, these small 1x1 pieces, but to have it on the wall would be a nice reference point. So I'm pretty chuffed. So yeah, next step is then I'll order a frame and I'll stick this up and I'll put some pictures up on my Instagram when we put it up, and you can see what it looks like on the wall. So if you've not subscribed to the Instagram, do check out on Instagram. I'll put the link in the description below if you're interested in following us there as well. So I hope you enjoyed this review. If you found it useful, do hit that like button and smash the subscribe button for the future Lego room reviews that we do. And until next time, stay safe and I'll see you then.